What is good, multinational football league? Russell Wilson and the Mounties will take on the Blues and Aaron Rodgers, who both have had an incredible season. The Mounties looking to stay on top of that undefeated record. The Brooklyn Blues, who were just involved in a trade, by the way, they traded their punter for Thomas Morstead or whatever, and Michael Pierce for Quinnen Williams. So they take a little bit of a downturn as far as that goes. However, they're getting a first-round pick in 2025 and a 2026 first-round pick. It would be the first pick, I believe, with that have been traded in. So, I mean, this is set to be an amazing matchup for sure. As we get ready to kick this one off, I have my partner in commentary, Ice, if you want to say a quick little hello.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, he's on board, and we are ready to hop into this matchup. Brooklyn versus Montreal in Canada. Let's get it. Let's go. So the Mounties will be the first team on defense. The Brooklyn Blues will take control on offense first, and this return will tell us where they set up. And the returner will bring it out to the 28. So Aaron Rodgers coming out in the away unis. I want to bring into account, too, that, I mean, first of all, this is outrageous. He's literally played so many games, and y'all just ain't giving him a spotlight. Anyways, first and 10 at the 28, but I wanted to bring up the fact that the Mounties are out in their midnight unis as Rodgers is pressured immediately. And also another interesting fact, Aaron Rodgers is going against the current team he has right now, his current defense, IRL. So this is going to definitely be an interesting matchup here as the Blues pick up a first down. And on paper, the Mounties are looking really strong in this matchup as Rodgers goes over the middle and Lazard goes for 5. Tackle made by Minka Fitzpatrick. He came down, made the hit, and now it's 2nd and 5 at the 43. Rodgers with an empty backfield. That's a dangerous look. They sent blitz, and it cost them 4 yards, but it will still be 3rd down. Here we go. First 3rd down of the game. Very manageable for the Blues. And they'll get it. First down, and I think he hit Conklin there for it. It's a big first down here. You show up, 3rd and 1. Gotta get that one. And they absolutely did. Heck of a play there as the Blues set up at the 44 now. Rodgers steps up in the pocket and down he goes. Highsmith on the blitz. And an injury timeout. Oh boy, he's on the table. That's not always a good sign. We'll see if he comes back though. Number 77, don't forget it. 2nd and 13 at the 47. Rodgers looking to throw. Rodgers scrambling. Rodgers is going down again. TJ Watt. What do you got? Unbelievable. Highsmith, I believe, getting in there again. But Watt coming off the edge is a dangerous sight. And Rodgers just gets blown back. And now it's 3rd and 27 at the 39. The country mile. And he passes. This one intercepted. Great defensive series by the Mounties. And they bring it all the way back to the 35. Deshaun Elliott. What a play. And what a defensive drive. How about that for the Mounties? Rogers chucks this one up. It's just a little bit underthrown. And Deshaun Elliott's able to get up there, elevate, and take it all the way back to the 35 for a favorable field position. And Russell Wilson will come out in the Midnight Rider uniform. So 140 for 185, 1,621 yards, 9 touchdowns, only 2 interceptions. So that's, again, a big reason why the Mounties are undefeated. 6-0 start to the season. Play action, Wilson firing, already has his man in fire mode for a gain of 24. First down, Mounties. Partner, this is getting out of hand. The Mounties are already firing on all cylinders. They're starting this game strong as Harris takes this one to the outside and he is held in check. Now that is one of the main concerns in this game was the run game for the Mounties. As it'll be 2nd and 10, 12-yard line, handoff to Najee, and he will be held in check again. And Washington going to go down here. Don't love to see that. He's being taken to the tunnel right now. Heading into the locker room. We'll get your injury report after the game if he is in fact injured. Wilson going, looked like he was maybe aiming for the end zone, but had to throw it out last second. 4th and 10. They'll punt it, or they'll kick it, excuse me. And the Mounties are on the board first with a field goal after a huge turnover from their defense on drive number 1. So the second drive hopefully goes a little bit better for the Blues because they were in a rhythm and then they had back-to-back sacks and interceptions, so just a massive collapse there. So, partner, what do you think's got to go right here? If you're the Blues in this situation, are you there? No, he's muted. Rogers, Aaron went out, intercepted once again. Oh, are you kidding me? Dante Jackson this time. The Mounties in the first quarter are putting absolute belt right now to the Mounties. This is insane. The Mounties and these. Well, I mean, I don't always want to put it on the Unis. They're just playing absolutely lights out right now. And there's a tackle for loss. Harris's first yards of the day are negative. Hate to see that if you're the Mounties, but you don't hate to see that scoreboard right now. I mean, and especially what it could become here in just a few. As there we go. There's some positive gain for Harris. I think their big problem is they're trying to run it a lot. And, well, we've seen with that first pass from Wilson, which, by the way, they haven't thrown it since that. And he is good. Passing the ball. Wiggles his way through defenders. Does he have a first down? No, it's 4th and inches and a decision for the Mounties. Wow, on 4th and inches, they're going to go ahead and punt this ball away. No trust in the offense here. Or they'll kick it. 35 yards, it's up and good. And Boswell adds another 3 onto the score. Still a one-possession game for the Blues, but they've got to get out of this rut right now. Rogers is looking very out of order right now. And the return will get him to the 27. This is about where they started last time. And Rogers, he's had 2 mistakes already. 2 interceptions, 2 sacks. And I mean, it could just be this pressure, but I think these corners are also doing an amazing job reading this as Rogers goes underneath this time. He's finally got a pass completed since that first drive, and Lazard is his target for a first down. I don't know what's going on with my partner right now. I guess he's doing something currently. As Rogers floats this one out. Caught! Snagged by Devontae Adams. I think that was a one-handed catch. Wow, no replay, but that looked like a one-handed snag. And it'll be 1st and 10 at the 46. Rogers. Aaron one out. Caught! 1st and goal. Wilson down to the 9. What a way to answer back. They could get some much needed points right now. Look at that, splitting the seam there for Garrett Wilson, and the Blues are right back in this. Rogers now looking to throw. Rogers to his halfback, touchdown Blues, and they tie the game with that one touchdown catch. And Breece Hall with the touchdown, receiving touchdown for him, by the way. Usually you see him running it in, but nope. This time he takes a Texas route in for a touchdown. You love to see it. Middle field just wide open for the Blues. And this kick is up and good. The Blues go up by a point on the undefeated Mounties after a very bad first quarter start. Rogers seen those two picks, and I guess he had his teammates telling him to lock in. I don't think he had any clue what it meant, but he definitely locked in. So it's 7-6 now, and the Mounties trail by 1. So those field goals not paying off right now. That's why it's a primetime game. We see two great defenses going at it, and Harris able to physically move his way through the line there. Last week, 18 rushes, 57 yards from Harris. Probably the worst halfback performance of the week for the starting running back anyways. As it'll be 2nd and 5 at the 31. Harris, single back form, and a blitz coming down he goes! A sack for the Blues, and this defense has woken up. I'll be right back.
Alright, everyone, I am back since Cab is AFK. Um, anyways, so welcome back. And it's still the first quarter as the Brooklyn Blues have the lead and their defense is on. Gets a nice little stop there on that run. No gain, no. And by the time this video is recorded from Cab's side, it is Christmas Eve, so Merry Christmas whenever the heck, or Merry Late Christmas, or whatever, whenever you see this, whenever this video should be uploaded, I'm not sure. Um, but yeah, Merry Christmas all around and a Happy New Year. And That's going to be the end of the first quarter. 7-6. Switched around from the infamous, famous meme, which I will not say. Um,
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am
Russell
back.
Wilson
Yeah,
got taken
speaking
down.
of which, the Brooklyn Blues overcame those two interceptions, and Rodgers goes for a passing touchdown. So now Wilson's turn, and
Yeah,
he
two
fires
veteran
into the end
quarterbacks in
zone,
the
nearly
score.
intercepted.
Ooh, in double coverage.
Yeah, he's looking for
Calvin
Calvin
Austin.
Austin.
They're going to have to settle with a field goal here, but they'll definitely take the lead, so that's good for sure. Kick is up, kick is good right down the middle.
So
And it
now
is
I want to
spotted
remind you
well
as
on the
well,
kick.
the only points the Mounties have scored are on field goals, yes. However, those two turnovers are actively keeping the Blues down in this game as we speak. So Rodgers has got to, shake those off. Obviously, he already showed that that doesn't really affect him right now, as he was taking a deep shot for Garrett Wilson earlier, and maybe he gets a rushing touchdown. He could possibly tie the record here. Russell Wilson, I believe, was at the top of that, as there'll be a handoff here for the Blues. Brees Hall. We haven't seen a lot of him this game. He's pretty talented running back. 2nd and 10 at the 22. Rodgers running around, and down he
Dang.
goes. Watt takes him
Yeah.
down again. So TJ Watt, he has been on a move this game, terrorizing Rodgers. And I mean, it is TJ Watt. I mean, you gotta watch out for that guy coming off the edge at all times, as it'll be 3rd and 21 here at the 11. Rodgers firing all the way down there. He's got his man. It's a first down on the most improbable position
Oh,
possible. And again, number
got an
77
injury.
going out.
He might be out for good here today's game.
I would think so as well. He
Usually,
he just went out.
usually when you get hurt the second time, usually that's
They
when
don't
you're
take
out for
much
good
chances after that.
in the
Yeah.
same game. Yeah,
2nd
but
and 11 at the
anyways,
40. After that TFL
this
on Brees Hall. So now it'll be 2nd and 11 at the 40. Rodgers looking to throw. Steps up. Oh, trying to wiggle his way through
trying to
as
take
Wilson
it
did
out.
before, but it's going to be a sack anyways. Highsmith getting to him again. Yeah, partner, that's the second time they've had him come up and rock him. So that blitz is definitely showing some good signs here, but that screen is a big play changer, and Minka Fitzpatrick coming down for the first down saving tackle. It'll be 4th and 5 at the 47, and the punt coming. So, I mean, I think we'll definitely see more of this situation stuff in Madden 26. Also, uh, if you guys haven't already heard, I may be getting Madden 26, or not Madden 26, College Football 26 um, tomorrow. I'm not quite sure what's going to happen yet. It's Christmas, but we'll see if the gift comes through. If not, that's all right, because we still got that CFB 25. We can boot that up at the end of this season. Have that going same time as our playoffs. But anyways, it'll be 3rd and 2 at the 18. Wilson and the Mounties have barely stalled out at all this game. I believe it'd be their first time if they went 3 and out here. Wilson can barely get this one away, and down he goes. hit as he threw it. And now it'll be a 3 and out. So the return going to the 33, and Rogers will come back out onto the field. A short return, but good field position nonetheless, as the Blues look to retake a lead and stay out of trouble as far as the turnovers go. Highsmith lined up, looks like an extra D lineman, and there he goes. Brees Hall right up the middle at the first down of the 45. First and 10, 45-yard line. Rogers in the backfield here, looking to throw. Gets it out to his running back, and he is tackled for a 1-yard loss. Tell you, man, these linebackers have been all over, specifically Highsmith, who we've seen get into the backfield and sack Rogers multiple times now. As Rogers goes to the halfback here. He's got a first down and more. First and 10 at the 42. Looking to add on to those touchdowns after throwing the interception, or the interceptions, on back-to-back drives. And he's doing a great job of it right now. Got his team in enemy territory here. 42-yard line. Rogers, handoff. And the backup's going to take it for a big gain. 9 yards. Second and 1 at the 33. In the run here, oh, barely. They're not going to give him it. It's 3rd and inches at the 32. Rogers, all alone in the backfield now. Looking to throw. Rogers over the middle. Pass is caught by Garrett Wilson. First and 10 at the 20. Garrett Wilson, man, he has been a nice receiver for Rogers so far. He's definitely on his nice list. By the way, guys, Merry Christmas Eve. If you're watching this at that time, I'm going to get all those videos out today. This will be the last one. Well, no, we got 2 more games to go. I'm gonna run through them. So, you know how that'll go. So, a 10-yard sack for the Mounties, and dude, we keep seeing this guy go out. Someone just keep him on the sideline. He doesn't want to play. 10-yard sack there. Patrick Queen got back there. Now it's 3rd and 15 at the 25. Rogers looking. He wanted that deep shot, and he's not going to get it. Half sack for Highsmith. And I believe
just the first
Watt
half
was back there as well. That or Hayward.
This
but Highsmith
is just ripping Brooklyn to shreds here. Look at this.
Oh, yeah. Hayward getting back there.
Half.
Yeah, I mean, they are on pace right now to break that sack record. And wow, no trust in the kicker here. They're going to go ahead and punt it from the 38, as this one will go out inside the 15. And it'll be first down for the Mounties with a 2-point lead right now. They're definitely going to look to extend that going into halftime. They got 26 seconds of free time pretty much, and then their free timeout. So why not run the ball? All right, here we go. 2-minute warning. Now this, if you want to extend your lead, this is the time to pass, I believe. If you're going to go down and score, you got to pass here. Freiermuth is going to pick up a first down to the 25. And Freiermuth, like I said, just moving the chains there. He's been a nice little target for Wilson as well. Those tight ends, man, you gotta have some trust in him. Cordell Patterson bringing in the one-hander and shrugging off a tackle to get 1 yard. A minute 19 to go for the Wilson-led Mounties. Double back formation here, and 2 yards there, getting out of bounds still as Najee Harris brings that one in. 3rd 7, empty backfield for Wilson. Looking to throw. Wilson, sideline. Oh, what a catch by Calvin Austin.
I
Contested
don't know why
coverage with
they're not using
Sauce
their
Gardner.
timeouts.
Well, I mean, I figure
Oh,
I guess,
right there.
they have enough time right now. They're at the 41. They can get into good field goal position. They can score with little time remaining, leaving the Brooklyn Blues in a bit of a predicament, as well as getting this ball in the second
There they
half as
are.
Pickens, with a 4 yard gain, going to cause the first timeout to come from the Mounties. Ooh, I don't know if I like the defensive play calling here. Looks like man as Wilson
Oh,
looking to
here.
throw. Fires and oh, what a freaking play on the ball right there. Cordell Patterson, the intended target, and CJ Mosley, I believe, diving to knock that one down. 3rd 6, flip screen. It's a first down and more. And Cordero Patterson will go down at the 44 in enemy territory. Timeout taken with 28 seconds left to go. So you wonder with the CPU if they're ever going to take any record-breaking field goals. Like right here, if they stall out, which they will definitely not. Pickens still on his feet. Touchdown,
Wow.
George Pickens. As I was talking about field goals, he said, nah, man, we want the touchdowns. And they certainly got one right there. What a play. Makes this one a 2-possession ball game with the exception of the point after attempt if it is made. We'll see what happens here as Boswell puts it right up and through. The commentary curse does not work on these kickers in Madden, man. They are automatic, it seems, in extra point scenarios. And the return here coming from their own end zone. All things considered, though, a pretty nice little return. And I think the Blues, what are they doing? I think they're going into the half here. Looks like running back formation here. Looks like ISO. Handoff. And Hall held up at the line. No timeouts being taken right now. So, yeah, I think they're just going into the half. Wow. Well, the Mounties will get the ball right back as the Blues are in a bit of a predicament. They got to come out hot on defense. Ice, take it away.
Alright, halftime report as we are only 3 games left of the National Football League week and same games. This was in the London game, I believe. Orlando versus San Juan, and that's a Orlando victory right there. Redwoods Snowhawks. That was a complete blowout as none other than Geno Smith over here with 2 picks though, but 3 touchdowns to make up for it. And that's your highlight right there. The Wizards, Black Knights. Put down your calendars right there, because that's going to be the highlight prime time game that they're saying here. And it's been all defense for the Mounties here. Even though they have 16 points, it's been shredding up the Brooklyn Blues here. And look at this nice Pickens touchdown by Russell Wilson, showing that he still got it. And second half underway. Here we go. And he's going to make a kick return here, get a little bit of a return step at the 30-yard line. And Russell Wilson coming out, and he is second in QB rushing touchdowns. Caleb Williams is number one. And me as a Lions fan myself, I have to try not to be very like one-sided, but good stuff from Caleb Williams there. And that is caught by Pickens. He gets a first down, a little bit more, sets up at the 50. That was like a 20-yard gain. And look at the Blues defense. Blues defense has just been shattered here. I mean, like you don't know what could happen next. I mean, this team here. The play action throws dropped by the tight end Fratermuth, and that's gonna be a 2nd and 10 here. I mean, it's like very crazy here, and that's a cut. George Pickens, and oh no, he's injured. He's down. That's a big crucial loss for the Mounties. That's definitely a big crucial loss. He's been popping off, and now he's injured. Don't know if he'll come back to the game. Hand off. Najee Harris gets a gain of 4. And they should start trying to run the ball more. I mean, even though they're getting that pass going, you don't want to stick with one thing for the whole game, because then eventually the defense will later on find a way to break it up, and Frathermuth gets it up the middle for first down, 8 yards, right up the middle with that throw there. Russell Wilson's been showing like his former Seattle Seahawks self. I mean, we haven't seen him this good since the Seahawks days. He's been a nightmare for a lot of teams. Here we go, looking to throw, pass is caught. That's a gain of 4. And it'll be 2nd and goal. That is Calvin Austin with the catch there. Here we go, 2nd goal. Fakes the handoff. Wilson playing play action in near the end zone and gets sacked for a loss of 3. Pierce on the stop, number 90. I don't I don't know why you would go for a play action play in near the end zone. I would have probably ran it up the middle, but so less of a trust of your running back. Russell Wilson looking to throw again, incomplete. 4th and goal, as they missed the chance to where they could have gotten the touchdown, because they made Russell Wilson do play action
Sorry, boys, I'm
in the end
back.
zone, like near the end zone. Yeah.
We're talking
So
about a
George
play action
Pickens
call.
might be out with an, yeah, like on, I believe it was like first or 2nd goal. They went for play action at the 4. And I said they should have just ran it up the middle, at least get closer, and then like do like a QB sneak or something, bruh. But
That would
Pickens has
be
also gotten out of the
that'd
game
be an
too, so
interesting
maybe that was a,
thing if the Mounties run game was going right now. I mean, I don't think they're gonna trust that right now with the run game being how it's been. Speaking of run game, Rodgers has had to run a lot. I mean, evading all types of
man, it's 40.
pressure. Yeah,
Respect your
this
elders.
line is yeah, definitely not respecting its elders. As Brees Hall finds a hole and he is met by Watt and Patrick Queen.
And
Defense
this
is
Mounties
dangerous.
defense could take it all the way. Oh my God! Like looking at this today,
Blues firing here, caught, and Brees Hall with a nice move, gonna get the first down. 36-yard line, and Hayward goes down. This is not a good
that's a
thing at
big
all.
loss.
Yeah, if he's not able to come back, that is a significant loss to their line presence as 1st and 10 comes for Rodgers. Fires, passes caught, and it's 7 yards, first or second down. at the 43. For a decent little gain here. Rodgers looks like they might send pressure. Nope. And Brees Hall manages to find a way. And he's got a first down. Minka Fitzpatrick coming up on the tackle. And you got to watch him because, oh boy, I still remember that one running back he ruined. It was the
Nick
legendary Nick
Chubb.
Chubb. As this pass is caught!
Oh,
Conklin
wow.
makes the adjustment. It's a first down to the 23.
There's one running back
Mossing
that
Fitzpatrick, as we
ruined.
just talked about that horrific injury to Nick Chubb. There's now two running backs who have had that same feat or have had that same thing happen to them in Cleveland. As Rodgers
Oh,
running around
Rodgers.
and he
Barry.
held the ball for way too long. Highsmith takes him down for his third
Highsmith.
sack of the day.
That might have been his
That might be their
8th,
defensive
was it?
recipe right now. These blitzes are getting way too evolved for Aaron Rodgers right now. Now he's got a clean pocket. Fires end zone.
Oh,
No!
incomplete.
They're not going to give him the touchdown.
That was a
Wow.
really good throw there.
I thought that was a touchdown.
Man.
Rodgers tries to get this one off, and Highsmith in his face again. Incomplete. 4th and 15. And they have to settle for 3. Which would move. Well, no, this would still be a 2-possession game. 45 yards out. You already know it. These kickers, they've been draining them. Zerline from 40 or 35. Could have been good from 40. This kick taken out here. And they will go to the 25. And Russell Wilson missing less than 10 of his passes. He's only missed 6. So a decent little game from the Mounties' new quarterback here as they will sack him once again. CJ Mosley getting back there. The play action has been opening up those blitzes, and these are great play calls. I think the Blues are starting to notice some formations that they go into when they go play action, and it's really tipping them off on a blitz. So now they do actually hand this one off, and Harris still going. He's got pretty decent gain there, but all in all, it's still 3rd and very long. 3rd 13 at the 22. Wilson. Slip screen. Harris trying to make a move. Can't get past one man, so now it'll be 4th and 5. And Adams is fired up about that. Did you see that?
Yeah.
He was pumping his fist like he just won the Super Bowl. Which, I
Hey, their
mean,
defense is playing like a
Blues
Super
could be a dark
Bowl
horse Super
type
Bowl team. I
defense.
see it.
Oh yeah.
But it's all in how they face this challenge here in the 3rd quarter. They've gone down by 2 possessions. The Mounties have 19 points so far. So this defense is definitely holding the Mounties in check. As this pass right here going to be checked down at the line of scrimmage of Beanie Bishop Jr. Is going to make sure he stays down. 2nd and 10 at the 19. Rodgers. Handoff. Hall gets a key block, but it'll only be 2 yards. So 3rd and 8 coming up. And I think the one thing Brees Hall has to work on is that change of direction. Just way too slow when he wants to juke his way out of stuff. And that's incomplete. Minka Fitzpatrick right there with Conklin. And he's all up in his face right now. as the punt will come here. A 3 and out for the Mounties, so that definitely helps when you have this big lead. Gives you that comfort because that just means they have less time to come back and try and do anything. And if this offense could get a bomb right here, they've got themselves in a pretty comfortable position. Second and 3 at the 38. Wilson in the backfield. Fires over the top, incomplete. Deflected by Carter. So it'll be 3rd and 3 at the 38. Wilson got a wide open man in Cordero Patterson, and he's got a first down to the 44. Putting in that work right now. Nice separation. Turns it upfield for a pretty nice gain. Definitely a lot more than they needed for that first down. And the Mounties are on a roll again. Handoff. Harris pushing straight through defenders. He had 2 guys on him and shrugged them off for 3. It's a lot harder than you think it is. As it'll be 2nd and 7. Wilson, one more play before the third quarter ends. Incomplete, so they'll actually get another one. Thrown that one just a little too low. And I believe that is his 8th or 9th. Incompletion on the day. This one's caught. And Jefferson has a first down, but that will end the quarter. 10-19, a 9-point ball game. Mounties in the lead.
Hey, for that thing on Saturday, we'll be late because his stuff's it, and it's his birthday, so
Okay.
we'll be late getting to it. So fucking focus.
Mhm.
I'll let you take my honey.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back. 2nd and 16 at the 29 here as the Mounties try to get something going here, and Harris can only squeeze out a few yards. What was that? Number 78 getting lifted right off his feet. Looked like a piggyback ride. 3rd and 15. The run is going to be stopped once again. This run game has not gotten its legs at all. Unbelievable. Just coming up, making that great tackle right there. So now the field goal unit is out on the field. A 45-yard attempt for Boswell. Kick is up. It is good. So that will make it a 2-possession ball game, all the same. So 1st and 10 at the 32. First and 10. Handoff for Breece Hall. Still on his feet. Gets taken down after a gain of 2. Rodgers. Clean backfield. He's got this one. Only going to get it back to the line of scrimmage, though, as Bishop Jr. stayed close. Rodgers floats one up. Oh, man, that was dangerous. Double coverage, incomplete. So they'll be lucky to get this ball punted away. But now time is running out, and you got to wonder when they start going for these fourth downs. And this one will hit inside the 5, 1st and 10 at the 20. So now Russell Wilson going right back out. They've gotten themselves a pretty considerable lead. They're in a comfortable position right now with 8 minutes 50 to go. And a handoff. Harris finally getting something. 9 yards on the gain. I don't want to say that's his longest run of the day, but it's certainly been one of the bigger ones. 2nd and 1. Wilson under center. Handoff. Harris to the outside. 1st down. So as long as they're able to keep this clock running here, they are set to have a 7-win or a 7-week period of winning. Longest streak in the NFL or MNFL currently. As it'll be 2nd and 2 right now at the 40. Handoff. And looked like Cordero Patterson will be just short. So on 3rd and inches, I think Harris is back there now for him. Handoff. And Harris, a 1st down. "45-yard line now. Wilson under center. Handoff. Harris gets some key blocks. Now that might be his longest rush of the game. 16 rushes, only 52 yards coming out of those. First and 10 at the 40 as Wilson waiting calmly for this play clock to go down, and 7 yards on that gain. And I think this one was pretty much out of reach right now for the Blues. So they're just trying to run the clock down, trying to get out of here. As play action here for Wilson, but it's intercepted. Crucial interception here. Chuck Clark pulling this one down. Teammates hoisting him up. And for good reason. Gives this offense a chance. And you gotta love those chances when you get them. So 1st and 10 at the 30. Rodgers in the backfield. Sitting calmly. Fires here, and it's incomplete. Again, these largely contested balls are just not what you want here. You gotta get your guys where they're open. If you want to get down the field, gotta figure that out. And Hall, maybe the check down isn't the greatest idea, but still gets them 5 yards. They're set up for a pretty, I'd say this is pretty manageable. 3rd and 5. Rodgers over the middle, caught in a 1st down. They got to start getting out of bounds at some point. They've still got a whole 3 minutes to go, plus that 2-minute warning, which doubles as a timeout. And they chuck this one up. Minka Fitzpatrick and Conklin have been battling pretty much all day. And Minka Fitzpatrick wins that matchup. 2nd and 10. 43-yard line. Defense making some adjustments on the motion. Firing. Caught. Wilson. 6 yards. 3rd down. Again, going no huddle here. So a hurry up tempo. Rodgers, big completion downfield and a 1st down. Remember, 2 touchdowns. That's what they need right now to get in the lead. As Rodgers drops back, fires, caught, First down and first and goal inside the 10 at the 7. Rodgers, empty backfield. He's trying to hit his halfback again. And I think Brees Hall was looking for a pass interference. That collision seemed to come as the ball was just getting there. So second and goal. Rodgers, again to pass here. And gets maybe a yard there. And the 2-minute warning strikes. So if they get this touchdown, your best bet is an onside kick, which you have to declare now. So third and goal at the 6-yard line. Rodgers fires middle, incomplete. And now fourth and goal. I must go for it situation, I believe, here. If you're the Blues. And they will. They would have to go for it here. Fourth and goal at the 6. Rodgers steps up. Gets this one off. Touchdown! The Blues getting back in it. Tyler Conklin getting his first touchdown of the day. And no celebration from him. He knows what's ahead. They've got to get this onside kick in order to have a very high chance of winning right now. And they won't onside kick it. That's an interesting tactic. Still 3 timeouts for both sides, though. So, I mean, I guess you stop them from getting the first down, you win here. Nine incompletions, the only asterisk you could put on this guy's performance, except for maybe the interception. That would be a huge part, maybe a huge flaw there. And 9-yard run from Harris sets them up pretty well. They need that first down. They need actually 2 first downs in order to win this game. This one would set them up nicely. Gets hit hard, but it's going to be a first down either way. And with 1:40 to go, they need 1 more. But the Blues only need 1 stop to have this game. And nope, they don't get it. Timeout taken. Last one. And all the Blues got right now is to just sit and watch the clock run. This is heartbreaking. Didn't go for the onside because he thought his team was going to have this huge defensive stand here. Harris still on his feet. Gets tackled at the line. It's not going to matter. This game is over. Waiting for that clock. Kneel it at 2. And that is your ball game. The Blues will walk away with a loss in this one as the Mounties emerge victorious. 17-22. And I'll say this, the Blues have some hope for the playoffs. I mean, that kind of performance against a top-tier team in this league right now, the strongest team in the league, the only undefeated, and they still remain that way through 7 weeks of football. So, again, a hard-fought game for the Blues. They will end up losing this one on just some sloppy play calling, I guess, from the special teams coordinator. So, With that being said, Rodgers goes for 2 touchdowns, 274 yards, 69.4 completion percentage. Nice. Russell Wilson, 1 touchdown, 305, and a 71 flat completion percentage. Love to see it. Out of the former Bronco. And we'll take a look through the stats here. Yep, we have hit the 5-minute warning. I was worried I wasn't recording for a second. Harris, 81 yards. Brees Hall, 37. And obviously some quarterback scrambles. Braylon Allen on his only touch got 9 yards, so that's pretty impressive. Cordell Patterson came in a few times in the rushing game. Receiving yards. Let's see who our top receiver is, and I believe it is George Pickens, who is currently injured. Not a great thing to have here if you're the Mounties. And this is heading up to the trade deadline too, so I mean, I'm going to put teams on the wheel. I think the Mounties deserve to go on that wheel, so we'll see what happens here. But Conklin, best receiver for the Blues. And Morgan Moses let up 2 sacks. Vera Tucker let up 1. James Daniels. I think I've seen, George Pickens again. Carter Warren let up 2. And Tyron Smith let up 2. So a lot of sacks in this game. I actually want to see this because I believe, let's see, 2, 3, that would be 5, 7 sacks let up. Unbelievable. The Mounties hardly let anything up. 1 sack. And that was on there. That was on James Daniels. Minka Fitzpatrick comes through. Pass deflections. No interception, though. Chuck Clark had 1 interception, 2 yards off of the interception there. And Deshaun Elliott also with an interception. I know there's 1 more with an interception, and that is... There he is. Dante Jackson with a 9-yard return off of it. And I think ultimately that's what wins them this game. As Chris Boswell, 5 for 5, and Greg Zuerlein, 1 for 1. Funny thing is, they still have the same longest field goal. So, definitely an interesting stat going in there. Jordan Stout outperforms Corliss Waitman of the Mounties. Stout had to punt more in this one. The kick return, Xavier Gibson only had 1 for 30. Cameron Sutton, a very close second by Isaiah Oliver, pulls away with 121 yards on the kick return, and the best punt returner is a tie between Cordell Patterson and Xavier Gibson. But with that being said, guys, thank you for watching. If you made it this far, leave a like, comment down below saying I've made it.
I made it.
And that is all I have, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out from Montreal.